Hey class, and welcome to the calculating area tutorial. Let's just get into it. So what is it and why do we need to know it? Well, area means the amount of space that covers anything. And I highlighted and bolded the word covers because that's what I think of. I used the concept for house flooring. Okay, so if you wanted to have maybe put down carpet or tile or even try to figure out how much space you have to live in your house, like the flooring space, then you would use the idea of area. Okay, let's take a look at the square here. So I drew the square, or there's a square here, because this is how we actually measure the area. So instead of just measuring the area in feet or meters or centimeters, we actually measure it in units squared. So see the square, we see how many squares would cover a particular space. So in this case, when we look at this, this is, well, 1 square. So this is 1 square unit, okay? Or we can call it 1 unit squared. And instead of writing the word squared, I'm writing this 2 in here. See that 2 right there? That also means the word square. Why 2? Well, it's 2 dimensions. It's not just a line, but there's 2 dimensions. Length or base here and height here. So it's not just 1 dimension, it's 2. So that's why I put down 2. It also means squared. So if we take a look at this rectangle here, it's actually, if we break it down, it's actually, you could split it up into 2 squares. So this is actually 2 units squared. And I'm just going to write the 2 this time because you know that this little 2 at the top corner here also means the word squared. I also could have figured it out by actually just multiplying. I'm just going to put a multiplication symbol right here. Because I can take a look and I can see, oh, this is 1 square up. The height is 1 square. And I'm going to call this the base for the bottom. It's 2. 1, 2. So I could have done 1 times 2 equals 2. And that leads us into the formula. The formula, and we're going to use this a lot, the formula to figure out the area of a rectangle or a square shape is base times height. So area equals base times height. Your parents and myself, brothers and sisters, might have learned area equals length times width, which is going to be the same thing, length and width. The reason why I'm calling it using base times height is because in other shapes like parallelograms or triangles, you're going to use base times height. So really it's actually the same concept. We're just going to call the bottom base. Remember the B's, bottom base, and upwards is the height, so how tall it is, right? So area equals base times height. 2 times 1 equals 2. And we can see that 1, 2 squares. So let's put that into action. Let's answer this question. How much carpet will we need to buy for our master bedroom? So let's look at the master bedroom and let's use our formula. So area equals base times height. Okay, so it equals, this is 14 feet times 16 feet. So we'll use feet for the first one. So 14 feet times 16 feet. And so we could punch it into our calculator or just work it by ourselves. So 14 times 16 would be 224 square feet. So we can put down feet squared and put a little 2 there. And so that's our answer. We would need 224 feet squared, or square feet of carpet. Let's try it again for the tile. Let's pretend, though, that this is actually, instead of feet, let's just pretend it's meters, even though that would be a really large kitchen. So I'm going to write in the formula again. Area equals base times height. And it equals, let's look at the kitchen. The kitchen, if we look here, including the eating area, is 11 meters, pretend it's meters, times, and if we look, 17 meters. So if we multiply that up, it actually equals 187 meters, and I'm going to add square because we're actually talking about square meters. And, well, there you go. There's the formula and how to use the formula to calculate the area. Good luck, guys.